All right, so we're here. We're doing a mobile job today. It is my fiance's aunt's car. So she's got a Santa Fe, and yeah, let's go into some old stocks here because we're going to be doing 35 on the front windshield. Oh, not windshield, front doors, and then we're going to do 50 on the back end of the SUV. So that's what we're going to get into today. I'm just trying to move my stuff around, make sure I don't hit. Kind of a small garage today, 11 foot, same garage that you've seen before. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the keys. Now with these new streams, I'm not gonna be able to, because I'm not in a shop, right? So I'm not in front of a physical computer, and I don't have the ability to hear the chat. So unfortunately, any super chats or any questions, I'm not going to be able to answer because I'm not going to be able to see it. So we're just going to focus on tinting the car. You know, it's not ideal. It's not what it could be compared to, you know, what it is when I'm doing it at the shop. But there's no other, you know, you got to kind of work. Sometimes you got to work with what you have, and that's what I have right now. It's I don't know. I can check and see if I can maybe get like a Wi-Fi and a computer. That way there's a possibility I can do this like I do at the shop. But yeah, unfortunately, that is the reality we gotta deal with. And I was gonna bring lights in here because normally when I shoot a video in such poor lighting, I bring lights. The problem is because this is gonna be a mobile gig. I can't be like setting up studio lights every time I'm trying to work. So the GoPro is pretty good in low light, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. So yeah, we're gonna run with it. And keep an eye on the battery as well. Let's start with the back windows here. This is a family, not blood, I mean, my fiance's family. My fiance's blood relatives. They want to get this stuff done, so I usually don't charge. But they insisted on paying me for something, so I told them, I said, give me a bottle of bourbon. I'll be happy with a bottle of bourbon. And they ended up giving me 2 bottles of bourbon and a bottle of scotch. So I'll take that. That works. One of the scotches I'm not even gonna drink. No, I don't drink scotch, really. But it's a cool bottle because they gave it to me in like this commemorative like Game of Thrones bottle. So when you freeze it, like part of the bottle says like winter is coming or something like that. That'd be cool to see. But I'm gonna see it once and I'm gonna take it out of the freezer and put it into probably a shelving unit of some sort. I think I kind of want to put you guys on my head. Truth be told, right now, I think it'd be a better angle for you guys. So let's see here. Okay, I think that's much better. I like the headshots, and then I like the chest shots too, because sometimes the headshots just don't work out. So I like to mix and match it from time to time. What do we got here? Overestimated a little bit, about 48 inches. 48 by less than 20, I'm assuming. 20. Okay. Okay, I gotta go 48. So what I'm going to do, take a couple towels, I'm gonna throw it on top of the car. Put this up here, and we'll start pulling. Right there. That looks good. Wrap up one side. I'll see if I can use this side for maybe for the side doors or the quarters or something. Or I'll keep it as backup just in case I mess up the rear window. I'm like slowly getting everything together, realizing like what I need and what I usually work with. Tape. Looks like I'm gonna need some more tape, blue tape. Jeez, oh. Don't mind me. Just leave it like that. Just a little bit of tape, nothing crazy. believe it or not, I don't think I have any DSP with me. Interesting. I definitely don't have dryer sheets with me. Let's see if I can run. I don't want to wet shrink it. Can I run over there? I'm gonna run over there. Working out. Alright, what do I need? DSP starter set. And that works. That's what I need right there. Beautiful day in Florida. 70 something, I don't know what it is. 74 maybe. A little brisk this morning, but it'll work. This was totally unplanned. I didn't plan to get a starter set and show you guys how to do that, but since I haven't, I mean, it's a good opportunity to show you guys now. That's why you always have to remember your stuff. Take this off. Just remember that razor blade that's in there. Don't cut yourself. Alright, so DSP starter set. Make sure you guys are in shot here. So this is what the DSP starter set looks like when you open it up. You have the applicator with the product inside, and it has a little card. It just talks about DSP, dry shrink prep. And then there is an 8-step instruction guide on the back end of it as well to kind of guide you through how to use the product. But it's pretty simple. Ahoy, hoy! What are you doing? Oh, okay. I'm just working on this. It's been a nightmare trying to get the camera and everything set up. So it's live streaming it like without Wi-Fi, straight off of a phone is immensely a pain in the ass.
Maddie, your house?
Maddie?
Yeah.
I have no idea where she is. She might be.
Maybe she's in my house.
Where are you going to eat?
I'm grabbing McDonald's.
I'm hungry. Can you buy me something? I'll pay you back. Yeah. The quarter pounder meal. Okay. With Coke. Large fries. Love you. Thank you, sir. All right, so the applicator is as such. Open it up, and there is product in here. Some people will be getting it confused because they'll actually start using it without pouring the product out. So if you try to use it without pouring the product out of the bag, it's not going to work because obviously it's in a plastic bag. So you can take all 2 ounces of the product, and you can go ahead and pour it into the applicator and empty it out. Empty the contents fully. It's 2 ounces of product in here. We also sell just the individual 2-ounce refills. We also have 8-ounce refills and 16-ounce refills as well. So that's pretty much it. Now the product's in the applicator. You can go ahead and tighten it up and pull down the lock string, and now you're set. Now the first one, you might have to use a little more water than you normally would use, but you're basically priming the applicator. So I just kind of get it wet, kind of get it moving. A couple squirts, nothing crazy. And let's go ahead and start using it. Boom. Not too bad. I've learned that less is more. You don't have to saturate it. You don't have to soak it down like crazy to get a good coating. Just like that, now we're dry. All right, let's see. This film dropped on the ground. Let's see if it's garbage now. No, I don't see anything. Good thing I cleaned previous. It's like a little scuff, but I think I can hit it out. All the more reason I should have rolled this and put it away better, but no. There's a little bit of a dent in there. Yeah. Get rid of that film. Oops. There was like a little bit of a dent, and I maybe could have like heat shrunk it and got the crease out that way, but I could have done that whole thing, done the install, and then realized that there's a crease still in it. And then I'd have to start over anyways, so. It's a time factor for me. Alright, looks good. I'm gonna get a blade eater too, and another blade eater. And a small little garbage can. See all the things I'm learning. Getting back into the mobile game, baby. Let's get the heat gun out. Do I have a heat gun? Yes, I do. Oh, my Lana. I haven't used a Wagner in so long. I've been using that new Porter cable, or the Craftsman Porter cable. So this will be interesting. I'm gonna have to pick up a new one of those as well. All right, here we go. Whether you're doing mobile, whether you're doing plotter cut, hand cut, I think more especially if you're hand cutting, then it is imperative that you do the back window first because you just let more light in. If you tint all the windows and then I try to do this back window, like right now I can see through the film and see the edge of the dot matrix. But if I tint all the sides first and then I do the back window, it'd be a little bit more difficult for me to see the edges without light assistance. And I could do that. I guess I could get a light out here, but like, why work harder, right? Work smarter. All right, that part's down. I don't mind the Wagners. The Wagners is what I started with on the heat guns, but that Porter cable, or now it's, I think I got it at Lowe's, but now it's the Craftsman. Now that thing just pushes a lot more. It's not as hot. I mean, it's not any more hotter than a normal one would be, but it pushes a lot of air. Alright, finishing up strengthening this. Oh, I was really close right there when I cut the top. I just trimmed it, but it got really close right there. That's why I like plotter cutting, because then I don't have to guesstimate that much. All right, time to cut it out. I can see the bottom. I'm gonna need a light to see the top. So now's a good time to do a quick sponsorship shout out here. Big shout out to our sponsors of the live stream. This live stream is sponsored in part by Tint Wiz. Tint Wiz is a CRM suite designed by window tinters, for window tinters. From acquisition to invoicing and everywhere in between, you can run your business more efficiently and more profitably with Tint Wiz. Check them out at tintwiz.com. Don't forget your free 30-day trial. Also available on Android and iOS for download. This live stream is also sponsored in part by Dry Shrink Prep. Dry Shrink Prep is the healthy alternative to dryer sheets. For more information, you guys can go to dryshrinkprep.com. There are some videos there, you know, just basically going over standard frequently asked questions, and then you can also purchase as well. That's dryshrinkprep.com. This live stream is also sponsored in part by SolarFX. SolarFX has put together a good little spiel for me to put together and talk, but I don't remember it off the top of my head, and I'm working on memorizing it. So SolarFX, you can check them out at solarfxwindowfilms.com. They are the official automotive film brand that we're exclusive for Sun Solutions window tinting. So we're really excited about using them. You know, they have a phenomenal lineup. We're using their Carbon FX, their IR FX, and their FX Plus line for our good, better, best options. And those three particular options come with their premium lifetime warranties. I can't say enough good stuff about SolarFX. They just have a good quality product that I trust. And if I'm going to run my business with them, then I wouldn't risk that on any old film. So check them out, solarfxwindowfilms.com. Lastly, the live stream is sponsored in part by you guys. You guys, through the power of super chats and donations, you can either super chat within the comments, or you can hit the first link in the description, and that is the donation link. And you're able to go ahead and donate to the channel. All proceeds help support the channel, of course. Let me put my bag down. I never put my bag down, but maybe I need a stool too. Jeez. Woo! That's close right there. probably gonna need like a 2-footer, something. I have benches. Like I have this, actually that's my bench. I use the big benches for like SUVs and such. Sweet baby Jesus. This is probably one of the hardest parts for hand cutters out in the field, is doing stuff like this, where it's like I know there's like a Lexus with like a fin that comes way out. Like that's hard. It's hard to tint these. You know, that's why I'm a huge plotter fan, because then I don't have to freaking deal with this. All I have to do is hand cut and install. I mean, not hand cut, shrink and install. Now I'm giving myself a solid 1/8 to maybe not a 1/4 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch is a little lot, but at least a little, maybe an 1/8, maybe more than an 1/8. To always give yourself a little wiggle room. Literally, I cut this right to the edge up here. So to offset that, I'm gonna cut the whole window slightly bigger, and then I can shift the film to cover up that little light gap that would be there if I didn't do that. Because I'm cutting at such a weird angle, I'm gonna go ahead and cut a fresh blade. Work. I'll cut up. Now what I don't like is like these little slivers, I'm throwing them on the ground here, and it's just gonna give me more work to do at the end. So like for like cleanup. So I'm gonna have to figure something out for that. Maybe a little pouch on my back, and definitely like a breakdown can. So these are the things that, like, when I'm starting to go into Sun Solutions and I'm officially launched with that, like these little things that I'm only gonna realize, like I need floor mats. I didn't realize I did. Yeah, I need floor mats. You're just gonna learn the little things that you're gonna need as you go along. Now after I cut, I always like to give it just one more shrink, just going over it one more time. Never really hurts. Right. Let's go ahead and clean her up. Give me a fresh towel. This is a 2017 Hyundai Santa Fe. It's really not really anything you need to know. Because you know, it's not something you need to know when you're hand cutting. Because when you're hand cutting, the years don't matter. Like people get the year, make, and model just so they can have it for the records, or so that they know what information to put into the plotter. Once you get a plotter, then that'll be important. I'm supposed to be going shopping for a van today, actually. Now that I remember. Uh-oh. My man. You didn't get it in a separate bag? You gotta hold it like a commoner?
Just joking. You want a bag?
No, I don't need a bag.
I can just throw these in there.
No, I don't need a bag. No.
They skimped on the large fries.
Why? They always do, bro.
Look at them. Look,
Let's
look
see.
in there.
They're like half
They
full.
skimmed.
Wow.
Skimmed.
Those are like half full.
I know.
You should go back.
I'm not even
What's your
worth it.
time? Just give it. Okay, I'll take the medium one. We'll leave the small one for Bryce.
I'll end up taking some of those and putting on that one. I do it every time. This is yours.
And a straw, sir. You're amazing. What are you, like $8, $10, something like that?
Alright. It's just McDonald's.
It'll come back.
It's just McDonald's.
It'll come back in spades, my friend.
Really don't need money back on McDonald's. Yeah, alright.
Friendship with me is like herpes. It's a good gift to keep on giving. Say hi to everyone. Everyone, this is Zach. It's my brother-in-law. There you go.
Hey.
There you go. You can find him on Instagram at Zach Gabbard.
That actually might be right.
It might be right.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
We'll talk soon. Yeah. Oh. I'm technically not supposed to be eating this, but I'm hungry. What can I do? And you have to eat McDonald's French fries fresh. You can't be eating that cold. They're not good afterwards. Oh. Damn it, I dropped the fry in my toolbox. All right, where's my damn sprayer? All right, here we go. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks good. With the 50% and low light in here, sometimes it's difficult, but you just got to make sure and confirm that the edges are correct. That you are in fact covering. And if you can't see, get a light out. I can see it, but it gets a little difficult. This isn't too bad. That's gorgeous. That's beautiful. Yeah, that's the only thing like that I find that I struggle with, not struggle with, but like it's just something, a thing that I can improve on is just hand cutting back windows. Like sometimes it just, I guess it's more, I mean it's clearly more tedious than cutting with a plotter, and you know, so in my head it just takes longer. Therefore it's like, I don't know, something I gotta work on, but it's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, they don't want to go too dark, because normally I'd put like 15 over the back end and make it like limo, but like it makes it real dark. So I had a little bit extra 50 left over, and I said, listen, why don't we do 50 on the back end? That way you get a little bit more shade, but you also get the you know, the UV protection, the heat rejection. That's really That's the money right there. The privacy part, it is what it is. But people spend their money on heat rejection 9 times out of 10. Well, especially my clients. Some people, they just want to get their car tinted for the aesthetic appeal so that people can't see what the hell they're doing from on the inside. Whatever people do is their business. Okay, this towel is spent. Right there. How we doing on the battery? %. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. I don't know if I want to go right now. Yeah. I'm gonna switch out my battery real quick. Hold on 1 second. Right. Put the battery in there. Let's wipe the lens off. Fresh battery. Now what I need is a charger. Where is my charger? There it is. Hopefully I can get the rest of this car done without needing to charge or hit another battery up, but I'm gonna start charging this just in case. I still haven't got that extra third battery, but all in time, all in time. Yeah, that back window looks pretty good. Yeah, definitely. A little darker than it was. But that good heat rejection, that's where they're gonna get it. Alright. I just have to do the sides. We're not doing any windshield, we're not doing any glare strip. I'm just doing the sides and the back. So I'm gonna take 5 minutes and eat real quick. Y'all can join me. It's a beautiful day. A little windy. So while I eat, I guess we can talk a little bit, right? Let me think. Sun Solutions tinting is going on really well. Not doing bad at all. We have film taken care of. We have. We need to start working on a website. Hope the backlight isn't like too egregious. Website we definitely need to work on. I still have to get a phone. I need a phone. So it's March the 8th, the 9th or something like that. So we should be, I want to be up and running by the end of the month. We already have our price points laid out, so we know where we're going to be out cost-wise. Yeah, right now, the only major things is the website, phone, and I'm looking for a small cargo van. Nothing crazy. I'm going to put some money down, pay monthly. I figured if I was going to open up a brick and mortar shop, I'd be paying a lease anyways, right? So, and I can get a small like $10,000 cargo van for like maybe $200 a month or something. You gotta spend money to make money. Especially the prices I'm charging. I can't be showing up in some ratty car, you know what I mean? Like a business van. It's not gonna be wrapped at first, but it will be eventually. You would have thought I was in the military. I eat quick sometimes. Real quick. I haven't eaten breakfast though. And the whole time thing is like throwing me for a loop. Time change. Yeah, it's savings time. I grabbed a quarter pounder for years. I was a Big Mac guy, but like for some reason the Big Macs like they don't taste great anymore. The bread tastes like cardboard. Pretty good. It tastes good, but it's not good for you. I'm really a treat in my life now. Fun fact, I'm about to be 36. Turning 36 on the 12th, whatever day that is. It's coming up. Officially closer to 40 than I will be to 30. So, getting old. I just caught a finger in the back window. I'm just at like the perfect angle to catch this finger. Make sure to get it. You would have thought I planned this better. But I guess it's part of live streaming, right? You're just like, shit just happens, you gotta flow with it. If I was better prepared, I would have timed this better. I would have eaten before so I didn't have to eat on stream. But you gotta eat, right? Done. Time to go back to work. The tiniest of fingers right here. It probably could be eliminated with a little, yep. Sometimes moisture just piles up at the bottom of the film and it wants to lift, you know, create a finger. Looks good. Excuse me. Ooh, compliments to the chef. Okay, I'm gonna do this and that. Alright. Put this back up. Pretty sure that these are 20s. 98% sure. Because I work with 40 inchers, right? So they have to be at least 20 inches. Yeah, that's more than enough. And how deep are we looking at? Say 30 inches. 31. Always give yourself a little bit of room left to right. I'm trying to keep you guys angled here. Always give yourself a little bit more room left to right, because if you try to go exact, you end up wasting film. All right. Let's start cutting here. $31. We'll do that. I need a fresh towel. Hey.
What are you doing, man?
Me? Just working along.
How's it going?
Doing good. Just got the back window done. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I live stream my work from time to time.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, so people follow. Oh, so people follow and watch.
I think Kathy showed me some stuff, like you put it on like on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that.
I've probably seen it.
Oh, good. Well, it'll make you famous. So, but I'm trying a new thing here, because usually I live stream and like all my gear is connected to a Wi-Fi connection, and right now it's not. It's connected to like my phone. So I'm working on it. So this is the 50%. This is what we're gonna put on over the back end. Yeah. Not too dark, but enough. So, and if you look, oh, I put all the windows down, but if you look through here, this right here,
yeah,
and then if you look through this quarter, you'll see that this is a little bit darker than that. Yeah. So it's gonna turn out real good. Yeah. Checking in on me, making sure.
Actually, I just was gonna go for a walk.
There you go.
I can't sit around the goddamn. Seriously, I'll go on the stir crazy.
Right? I don't blame you.
So I figured I'd get out, get a little exercise.
Yeah.
The sun's out, man. It's nice out. Walk around here. I figured I might go down there to that little lake and wrestle with a couple of them alligators.
Yeah, careful though. The one big alligator on the right.
Yeah, I saw it.
Careful now.
We'll go down, maybe wrestle him, maybe rip one of his teeth out. Just
The little one's in the left, the one on the left.
yeah.
So the little one, you have a better survival rate.
I've tinted windows before.
Yeah?
Man, when I was young, I'd buy a car. First thing I'd do was swallowings and buy a sunroof and cut a hole in the roof and put a sunroof. Which is scary, really.
Oh yeah.
Because you think, I really want to do this? But I bet I did 5 or 6 of them.
Sunroofs?
Yeah.
Turned them into sunroofs?
Yeah.
Or tinted sunroofs?
No, take a jigsaw and cut a frigging hole.
That's
in the
crazy.
roof, put a sunroof in there. And I've tinted windows before with that cheap shit you can buy.
Right.
I'm sure it looked like shit, but I was young. But
I remember my dad tinted my windows in my very first car, and I just remember it. I'm like, ooh, yeah. It's a little rough right now.
I look like crap if you look at it now, but
yeah,
you know,
but
when you're a kid, it's like, yeah, that's cool, man.
this is a little privacy. Screw it.
Did that myself.
Right. All me. All me.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you have at it, dude. Like I said, I'm just gonna walk around for a little while.
Copy that. Well, I'll be here. I got a little bit of time left. Nothing too crazy. These fronts are not gonna. These 4 windows won't take me very long.
Cool, man. I appreciate it.
Of course.
I'll see you in a while.
I'll see you soon. I don't know what my uncle-in-law. It's my aunt, my old lady's uncle. He's a real nice guy. It's his car. take a used towel, which I don't. I do have. Throw a little bit more. I'll just do it like this. Let's see if I can try to get the quarter panels out of this as well. We will see. I like putting the excess on the bottom, because on the top it flippity flops and you gotta trim it anyways. God forbid you get a little bit of a breeze. Especially the little stuff, little corners, little trimmings. I definitely gotta find a place to put those, because I can't just be dirtying up people's garages afterwards. You know, this whole like put half the window and fold it here like this so you can see all the corners exposed. That was from Window Film Warrior, Sean over at Window Film Warriors. He's the first person I ever saw do this. So props to him, because now I do it. Geez, all. That's one thing I get all the time too, the old timers. Not old timers, but the old school guys. They always tell you how, someone always has a story about how they used to tint before. They tinted windows before in their day or something. And then the stories always end with, yeah, it's not really good at it. Yeah. And that's the thing with like a shop too, is like I can't open this door fully. Like in a shop setting or a large garage setting, I can just swing these doors open, run around. Like now I gotta like pseudo open the door, kind of, but not too crazy, because I don't want to bang the door into the wall. Come on, baby. I usually pick film with my fingers. I've never been a big fan of the whole biting, getting it between your teeth and biting thing, because it's like, I can always see it, like it'll leave a like a little mar behind. And some people are fine with that, but I just don't like it, because then that's all I see. That little marring on the film. I'm trying to minimize the amount of damage done. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Very nice. Looks like it might be the cold weather, but it looks like my slip solution's a little too slippery. Everything wants to move, keep sliding, doesn't want to tack when it should be tacking. New card. Not too bad. Not too shabby, Abby. Yeah, I'm not gonna need my heat gun anymore today. You know, I did have, which I don't know if I still have them in here. I had door guards, edge guards. Well, plastic edge guards. I've had these for years. That way, these are plastic little removable edge guards. I can hit them just like that. And now, if I accidentally bang it, I'm protecting the car and myself. Come on, baby. There we go. There it is. 2 times. There we go. Pre-cleaning. This process I learned from Matt, and I don't even know if he still does this process. He might. He might. He does just a. He does the rough first cleaning, and then afterwards, he'll cut the window out. And then right before he installs, he'll scrub one more time, but he'll do another scrubbing. Yeah, see, I gotta remove those stickers. You know what? I think I have. There's the blades right here. Look at that. I got a damn professional. I hope these live streams are still, that was one thing, like I know they're a lot more interactive when I'm at the shop, because then I can answer questions on the fly, but like it makes it a little difficult when I'm mobile like this. And granted, Matt is mobile too. I don't know if Matt uses the shop that he goes to when he usually streams. I don't know if he uses their Wi-Fi. I should probably talk to Matt about this a little bit more. But I know he uses like a computer and another phone, and maybe that's what I'm gonna need. But realistically, it's the Wi-Fi connection that I really need. And I don't want to be like asking a client, hey, by the way, can I use your Wi-Fi connection? Like that might be a little much. So maybe I might have to do is find some sort of mobile Wi-Fi, something or other. That way I could just feed it off of it and then, you know, run it from the van or something like that. And just above the jamb too here, I like putting this just above the jamb, just so like you don't have so much excess overhang when you're trimming the top edge. Sometimes you trim the top edge and that overhang starts to flop over and it'll literally weigh it down. And some people just throw the tint on top of the car, and that way they'll clean it up afterwards. That way it's all in the same location, instead of being thrown around on the floor and then maybe you lose track of it. I don't know. I'm gonna figure out the best possible situation, best possible plan. We buy any car. We buy any car.com. We buy any car. That commercial's been in my head. Look at that right there, there's a freaking boulder right there. So that's why I like using a Mac tack, because if anything, it'll just go over it. If I use the hard card in that situation, it could possibly just scratch and destroy the film right there. As you can see, I'm not going all the way to the corner when I'm cutting. So all I have to do is just finish the lines. Sometimes when you go all the way to the corner, it kind of ruins it. It throws me off. You just don't need to. That way you just follow the straight line and finish it off. Just try to get as close as you can. Realistically, the only edge that really matters is the top edge. Everything else theoretically would be covered by a panel or by the windowsill. Eventually, cut enough windows. It's just second nature. I'm gonna tack this down so that when I start peeling it, it's not gonna want to lift on me. How you doing? Well, thank you. All right, nice and wet. I don't need to scrub it again because I did already a hard scrub previously, remember? So now, I'm just gonna go ahead and squeeze her down. Get it ready for the install. Now she's clean. I'm gonna wipe this, even though it doesn't matter because I'm not bottom loading. And get her wet. Let's go ahead and install it. Beautiful. I didn't tuck that bottom corner in enough. Looking good so far, baby. Oof, dirty in there. Some of y'all might have noticed me just wiping my hands off with my dirty fingers on this towel, right? But I was using the inside. Notice that the inside of the towel is dirty and the outside towel is pretty clean. So, because I use this side of the towel if I'm wiping down dashes, if I'm wiping down pillars, if I'm getting shit on my hands off, you know, things like this. But then when I'm wiping down the film, I only use this side. So there's a designated side for my microfiber towels, which side I'm using. So I always want to keep a clean side. That way if I wipe the film itself, I'm wiping it with a clean towel versus me trying to wipe it with the dirty side and potentially have a piece of debris or a piece of sand that could potentially scratch the film. You know, well, you're always being cautious. There's a method to the madness, baby. Method to the madness. Let's see here. I'm gonna get a fresh towel here. That looks good. That looks good. Yeah, no cutting the frames, no nothing, none of that. That towel goes there. We get a fresh towel. I'm gonna take this blade out because we're done with this film. I just gotta get a little bit of film out so that I can do the quarter panels. That should be enough. And then this film is done. Let's put that film in a secure place. Let's take this down. All right. I had to go into the depths of my my inventory because my family is from Kentucky, so their laws are the 35% laws. So I had to go deep into the recesses of my storages, my film stock, to find some oil, because Alabama was 35%, don't forget. Let's go ahead and, why don't we just go ahead and double cut this, huh? It's the only time I'm gonna double cut. I like to go liner to liner. That way you're not damaging the film. So first one, liner is against. You can go ahead and wet it. One more. Now, so the liners are on the outside and the film is on the inside. That's how I'm doing this right now. You don't see me double cut a lot because I don't hand cut. So if I don't hand cut all the time, there's really no need to double cut. Because I'm not as efficient as I would like to be. So. Maybe this will change it until I get a plotter. Perfect. Now I just need a light because I can't see. Perfect. I always like to squeegee down the edges. Squeegee it down. That way it doesn't shift on you. There's some guys that can double cut that don't squeegee. They're just like, God, those guys are good. Not me. Not me. Give me a plotter. And if you're used to hand cutting, obviously when you double cut, you're cutting through twice as much material, so you got to be mindful of how much pressure you're putting down to cut through the film itself, but not forgetting to not put so much pressure down that you're going to now scratch the glass. That's the key. Where's my little scrub? There it is. About 50%. on the battery. Now I'm just going to take the one layer for this side. Come on. I'm going to take both off. See, and I don't have a 50. This is what I like too, is that, like, I guess I'd call him my uncle. I don't know what I'd call him. Anyways, he liked the darkness of the back, but so it sounded like he just wanted to do the two fronts, and I said no. So you don't want to do that because you have no UV protection. You know how you have no heat rejection, but he doesn't want it like limoed out. He doesn't want to put 15 or 30 on it. That's too much, right? So I said, hey, I got some 50. Why don't I throw 50 on the mix? That way it's a little bit darker, but not too dark. But then you're gonna get all the UV protection, you're gonna get the IR rejection, you're gonna get all the benefits. Also, if you get into a crash, it'll hold together. So that would be the best offerings, in my opinion. That'd be the best offerings to give for a shop or a line. So like a line would be like I'm doing carbon, FX, then I'm doing FX, no, excuse me, then I'm doing IRFX and doing an FX plus. But right now I'm at like 5, 15, 30, and then I offer 50 and 70 for windshields. But you can offer 50 within your lineup, so I can offer 5, 15, 30, and 50, and then that way I can offer 50 on the back end here and put someone at ease and still tint their whole SUV versus them being like, I don't really want it darker, so let's just do the two fronts. And if you don't have 50 and all you have is maybe even 30 on top of 15 will make it like 10. You know, it'll make it darker for sure. And that's just a little too dark for some people. So, but then again, that's just something you have to build up, because then now you have to, you know, order another roll of whatever within that lineup. Like for me, I offer 3 options, so I would have to order another 3 rolls. To add a 50% shade to those, it'd be a lot of money, maybe $1,000 a couple $1,000 maybe. So it really just depends. As you can see, 50% is very light. Very light. But this should have 50% heat rejection. I can't remember the IR rejection. All right, back half is done. Let's move on to the front half. I always say 36 inches for doors, 3 feet. And it should be enough. I'm gonna split this. You never want to split the box, you want to split the film. Because obviously, you know what I mean, unless it's really tight in there. It's gonna be where I'm at right here. That'll put me at 20 inches. And then let's go ahead and double check the size of the windows. There's a touch right there. There it is. Yeah, I'd say 36. Give yourself enough room. Let's start rolling. This film is a 35%, I believe. So this should be just enough to get her done. I don't like this box it's in though, because I can't put a freaking tape measure on the end. And this is only a 10-foot roll. Pretty sure it's a sample roll. So there's not a lot of weight in the box. So if I try to pull it now, I could pull the box down. That should be about 36. A little more, but it's all right. That's the liner side. All right. Let's put this down in a safe place. Opa. Need a new blade. Prep the front. Sticker. No sticker. Is there a sticker on the other side? No sticker. Nice. Whoa. Film slid on me right there. Maybe I will tack it. Yeah, I tacked it down with a Mac tack and it's still wanting to slide, so I don't know. I don't know what my solution's doing. I mean, it's just a little too aggressive. I've been using this tank in the shop. I spray that, just so you guys know if you don't know. I spray that so literally my hand can slide. Because I move my body, I don't move my hand. And so if I run into like a dry spot, my hand could boop, boop, boop. All right. Wind's picking up. Try to pick up that corner right there. It's a good thing I tacked down the top. Probably what I should have done, which would be best practice to do in the future, is that if it's a situation like this where I can't bring the full SUV inside the garage, then what I do is for the last two windows, or the front windows, I pull the nose in. That way the nose is a little bit more protected from the elements, because when the nose is halfway out the garage already like this, as you can see, the wind could pick it up, start messing with it. Come on. All right. Ah. There you go. Very nice. Moving right along. See, this is why you don't wipe down. Like I have overspray, but like I already wiped this door down. How much battery life do I have left? I don't know. So we're having the battery life. Ooh, 13%. Well, 19%. Well, I only have one more window left, so let's go ahead and switch this battery real quick. All right. So 97%. I think I had just had like I have like an Apple like box charger thing now. Before I just had like some, I don't know, generic charger thing, and I think that's what was happening last time, because last time I went from a low battery and it was almost 75% charged, and this is damn near fully charged, so that's interesting. Interesting. Okay, last window, guys. Let me put this on here. Looking good. So it's got a little bit more room, I think. Yeah, just the hair more room. I want a new towel. Because it can. Not that towel, because that looks dirty. What the hell is going on here? Towels to throw. Garbage. Towels have a shelf life, yo. So if you start seeing your towels a little dingy, toss them. They're cheap. Let's see where we're at here. Dirt in there. Last window. This is a different kind of film, so I gotta bite the corner and make sure that it's the right kind or the right side. Film's funny. No. It looks good. Don't get anxious and start rushing or trying to rush at the very end. Just, it's a marathon, it's not a race. So make sure you're just taking your time and you're doing the shit right. Because what you don't want is you don't want to rush, because every time you rush, you end up messing something up. Almost every time. Like yesterday is a great example. I was trying to get out a little bit early. I had dinner plans kind of far away, so I was trying to finish up. And last minute, a BMW comes in, and I'm going a little faster, rushing a little bit more than I normally do. And it comes to find out that I end up heat creasing the back window. You know, like I was rushing the shrink. Don't ever rush a shrink. A shrink takes as long as a shrink takes, you know? That's facts right there. You can't speed up a shrink. You can speed up everything else. You can try to go a little faster during the install, maybe. Or something to that effect, but like you can't rush a shrink. A shrink takes, as you know, the film needs to melt at a certain point, and that's how long it takes. So I did that yesterday, and long story short, I tried to rush it, and because I was trying to get out of there, and I ended up messing it up, and then I ended up having to redoing it because I couldn't like leave work go out with a fucking crease in there, right? So I had to end up redoing it. Ended up taking longer. Instead of me just taking my time and doing what I normally do, everything would have been just fine. So never speed through anything. Just take your time, get it done right. I'll tell you, that's one thing about being mobile you have to be a lot better at, because I can see the water on the outside, so you have to be able to, and I can see contamination, trash, but it's on the outside. So you got to be able to tell the difference between what's inside and outside, especially when you're squeegeeing. Come on. My hose is getting tangled up. And if you're throwing film around like this, just make sure that if the client walks in, you let them know, do not step on the liner, or be careful, watch your step. The last thing you want is a client falling over because they stepped on a piece of damn liner. If you never stepped on liner before, it's like walking on ice, basically. Since it had to go into the archives for this 35%, it's not a film I typically use, but it's a film that they wanted. So it's interesting to feel like the difference of like the adhesive and how sticky one brand is versus another brand. Very interesting. Squeegee a little bit, double check, make sure you're not shifting the film. That's it. Almost done. Don't rush. We're oh so close. I don't know how many times when I was first tinting, like I'm literally 2 minutes away from being done with this job. Don't lose focus at the very end, because I'm 2 minutes away, but I'm one crease away from starting all over on this window. And that happens more times than not. So don't get fooled that you're almost done, so you just start running through it. No. That's not how it goes. Come on, baby. A little tight fit, get back in there. Come on. Come on. There it is. Jeez. She want to go back to her home. There it is. Ooh, look at his finger right here. Ooh. It seal's dirty. That's it, y'all. 35 on the front windows, 50 over the factory, 20. I think she turned out real good. Turned out real good. I hope you guys like this live stream. I know it's, like I said, it's a little different than what I normally do, because from the shop I have Wi-Fi, so I can at least hear with you guys and kind of hear and chat with you guys along while I'm going along here. But I'm gonna have to get that all situated moving forward. But yeah, I hope you liked this live stream. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll have more. Obviously the goal is to get back so that I have audio and things of that nature, but I'm limited I'm limited to the technology that we have. So it's like I'm on the bleeding edge of like trying to run live streams out in the field live, you know, so gotta bear with me. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out at this time. So I appreciate everyone. Big shout out to our sponsors once again. Tintwiz.com, check them out. Dryshrinkprep.com. Also, SolarFXWindowFilms.com. Go ahead and check them all out. Thank you guys. If you guys super chatted or tipped throughout the live stream, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And maybe what I'll do is I'll give you special shout outs on the Tuesday night live stream when I'm in the studio. So at this time, we'll go ahead and close it out. Thanks again, guys, and we'll talk soon.